To my unstoppable wisdom seekers and fearless life explorers, welcome to the Life Guidance Vault, where every insight is a key to unlocking a new path to growth, purpose, and transformation. You know, there are certain things we do in life, moments, that pass by like fleeting shadows, and we think, this is just a one-time thing. We convince ourselves it's nothing, that it has no lasting impact. But let me ask you this, have you ever stopped to consider the weight of those moments? The hidden currents that shape who we are without us even noticing? You might think, it was just a passing encounter. It didn't mean anything. But what if I told you those seemingly insignificant events, the ones you think are harmless, are slowly, invisibly sculpting your mind and your reality? What if I told you that even the smallest choices, those moments we brush aside, could be more profound than we ever realized? At the Life Guidance Vault, we explore these very questions. Because the truth is, we are never just going through life without being shaped by it. Every interaction, every choice, every moment of connection, it all leaves something behind. So let's take a closer look at how these subtle, hidden forces shape our thoughts, emotions, and ultimately our lives. But don't just take my word for it. Dive in with me and let's uncover the unexpected consequences of our everyday choices. We often hear people talk about living in the moment, seizing the day, being present, and enjoying life as it comes. But there's something we often overlook. How often do we think about what's left behind when the moment has passed? The mind doesn't simply forget. It holds on to things, even when we don't realize it. Think about it for a moment. The last time you shared an experience with someone, whether it was a conversation, a touch, or a shared glance. After that, did you feel a subtle shift within yourself? Maybe it was something small, like a change in the way you looked at the world or how you felt when you were alone. But no matter how minor it seemed, the reality is that we are constantly absorbing and exchanging energy with the people we meet, the moments we share, and the things we experience. I'll be honest, most of us have no idea just how deeply these things can affect us. We often think we can move through life without much of a mark left on us. But in reality, every interaction we have, every connection we form, creates an impact. And the more we ignore this, the deeper the consequences of those interactions can be. You see, intimacy isn't just physical. It's not just about the body, the touch, the fleeting moments of connection. It's about something deeper. It's about energy, about who we are when we give ourselves to others, when we let ourselves be vulnerable, and when we allow someone into our lives, even for a short time. And here's the part we often miss. Every time we open ourselves up, we are not just sharing our bodies, we are sharing a part of our soul. Every time we let someone in, every time we connect in any form, something shifts within us. And that shift, it doesn't just disappear, it stays with us. You might not always see it, you might not always feel it in the moment, but believe me, it's there. And over time, it accumulates. Now, I want you to think about this for a moment. Have you ever had a moment with someone that stayed with you far longer than you expected? Maybe it was a brief conversation that suddenly made you question everything. Or perhaps a fleeting connection that left you with a lingering feeling of emptiness or joy that you couldn't explain. Why does that happen? Why do some moments stick with us and others just float away? The truth is, when we connect with others, whether through a fleeting glance or a meaningful interaction, we don't just exchange words or physical touch. We exchange something far more powerful, our energy. And here's where it gets interesting. This energy exchange doesn't just disappear when the moment ends, it sticks with us. Sometimes we think we can move on quickly, that we can detach from those moments without consequence. But the brain, the heart, and the soul don't work that way. They don't simply forget. They absorb, they process, and they carry those fragments with us. Maybe you've experienced this. After a deep connection with someone, you feel different. Not always in a positive way. Sometimes the experience leaves you feeling empty, detached, or even confused. You might ask yourself, why do I feel this way? What's going on inside me? Well, here's the truth. Our minds and hearts are not designed for casual detachment. When we engage with others on a deep level, emotionally, intellectually, physically, we leave pieces of ourselves behind. Those pieces don't vanish. They stay within us, often in ways we don't recognize until much later. And what happens when we ignore that fact? We begin to feel fragmented. This is not a moral judgment. This is not about guilt or blame. It's about the simple reality that the way we engage with the world, the way we give ourselves to others, shapes who we become. So, before you think that intimacy or connection is just a simple, momentary act, take a step back and think about the deeper implications. It's more than just a passing experience, it's a lasting one. And the more you understand that, the more conscious your interactions will be. I want you to take a moment right now and reflect. Think about the relationships in your life, the ones that have been deep and meaningful, the ones that were short but powerful. Think about the energy exchange that took place in those moments. How did it shape you? How did it change you? And more importantly, how have you changed the people you've encountered? It's easy to believe that life is just a series of disconnected events, but the reality is that everything is connected. Every person we meet, every interaction, leaves a trace. And the beauty of it all is that we have the power to control how we respond, how we engage, and ultimately, how we grow. So next time you feel that unexpected shift in your mind or soul after a connection, whether it's joy, emptiness, or even confusion, know that it's more than just a coincidence. It's part of the greater tapestry of life, and that's what makes this journey so fascinating. To my unstoppable wisdom seekers and fearless life explorers, remember, the path to transformation is always unfolding before us. It's not just the big moments that shape us, but the small, hidden exchanges. And with every step, we become more connected to our true selves. Thank you for being here at the Life Guidance Vault. Together, we will continue exploring the deepest parts of the human experience, unlocking wisdom and embracing the journey of growth. Until next time, stay curious, stay fearless, and remember, your wisdom is your key to a life of limitless possibilities.